The Super Mario Galaxy bundle is out on Nintendo Switch this week, and to celebrate its release, I kinda wanted to dive into the rabbit hole of Super Mario Galaxy plushes that I own in my collection. And no, I'm not just talking about the Cine set because everybody and their mother already knows about those. I'm also gonna detail some of the most obscure fake Galaxy plushes as well. So let's get into it. I of course wanted to start this video off with detailing my official Cine Galaxy plushes. I'm not gonna spend too much time on them because I made a lot of videos on them in the past where I go over them in depth. But for this one, I just wanted to kind of quickly overview them. So this is the Cine B Mario. This is the most wanted one that I wanted from the Galaxy set, obviously, because it's the most unique and distinct of them. Because Fire Mario exists in other plush sets, obviously. And Boo Mario is a very simple design. But this B Mario has the best design of the set, in my opinion, and that's why I wanted it the most. I got it in 2024 on eBay. I had to actually reach out to the seller personally and request a price change on it, so I was able to get it for, I think, $65 plus shipping, and that is the exact same price that I got the other one for. So it was around $120, $130 for both, and I would say that's a pretty good deal because usually they go for over $100 each, so to be able to get them for that is an insane deal. But right away, this one has just one of the most unique designs I've ever seen from any Cine plush. The helmet uses like this kind of leathery material. It's not real leather, obviously, but it's like a leather-esque material, and it just feels really, really nice. And it looks really nice as well. It's held up great over the years, and I don't think it's going to be giving out on me anytime soon. But the wings, we can see, have this weird, like, kind of, I guess it's like a tooly material. I'm not really sure what the material is for the wings, but these ones are definitely the most delicate part of the plush. But other than that, those are the two most unique materials I can see from this. He also has this nice collar on his neck, which is really good. That also has a like unique, very fuzzy feeling to it. But the helmet and the wings are the most unique feeling part of this plush. Everything else is essentially your basic Cine Mario feeling. It has the beads in the buttocks, of course, like every Mario does. But the stitching on the eyes is beautiful. His nose is stuffed really well. The mustache looks great. Obviously, Cine had a kind of an issue with developing their Mario mustaches back in the day. They didn't really have the trademark ridges on them. So this one kind of suffers from that as well, but I don't really care. It's Mario Galaxy, it's a B Mario, looks amazing. So he has the nice yellow and black overalls, the red shirt. It's a nice size to him. He's not too big, not too small. It just fits perfectly in your hand. It looks great on my shelf. And this is probably my second favorite Mario plush of all time, behind the Cine Dry Bowser. So yeah, this is my holy grail of the collection, one of my all-time favorites. And if you can find them for a good price, preferably for under 100, then I would try to do that. I do not think it's worth more than 100 unless it's like brand new with its tag on it. So yeah, this is the Cine B Mario, one of my all-time favorites. So the only other official Cine Galaxy plush that I have is the Fire Mario. And funnily enough, that was my second most wanted one, because like I said before, the Boo Mario has a relatively simple design, and regular Mario is just regular Mario, so obviously not as interesting as something like a Fire Mario right here. But I think it was a fascinating design choice how Cine decided to make them hold the power-ups. It definitely makes this and the ordinary Mario a lot more unique than subsequent Marios. Like the old Cine or the All-Star Mario, it's literally just Mario or Fire Mario. But this one, it's Fire Mario holding a fire flower, which I think is very unique. But it's just fascinating to hold this in my hands and to see the evolution from stuff like the Mario Party 5, because I can definitely see some of the Mario Party 5 influence here, with like how low the mustache hangs on the body and how poorly stuffed the hat is. Like that reminds me a lot of Mario Party 5. But yeah, this is another very excellent quality plush from Cine. The coloration is right, the stitching is beautiful on Mario's face, as well as his emblem and the fire flower itself. But you can see there's some very tall, delicate stitches there for the fire flower, around the eyes especially. But yeah, not really much to say about this one, except it's a product of its time, to say the least. I love this plush a lot, but it's also another one that I wouldn't like break the bank to try to get. Like I wouldn't spend over 100 for this Fire Mario. But if you can get it tagged, then maybe it's worth it. But right now I'm happy because I got it for $65, the same as the other one. Really great Fire Mario, and to have another one from the Super Mario Galaxy set is just amazing. Okay, this next one is official, but it is not part of the Super Mario Galaxy set itself. It's a part of the Super Mario 3D World / the old Cine set, and that is the original Cine Rosalina plush. I think this should have been in the Super Mario Galaxy set. I have no idea why it wasn't in that set, because Rosalina was the biggest new character in the Galaxy series as a whole. She's like a main character now, and she came from those games, obviously. So I think it would have made a lot of sense to include Rosalina in the set, and they didn't for some reason. And Sine in Japan decided to put this in the 3D World set for some reason. It's only a part of the original Super Mario set in North America because of Little Buddy. They decided to put that in the Super Mario set. So if you get this version in Japan, it is going to be 3D World. And this is the version that I have, is the 3D World Rosalina. So the biggest difference between this and the All-Star Rosalina is that this one is like very tiny. It's the same size as the old Sine Daisy and Princess Peach, so if you have those, you can use those for scale. It's a really tiny Rosalina, but also a really quality and charming Rosalina. Definitely gives me a lot of nostalgia from that 2013 time period, that early 2000s period. But like if you held this next to any of the Galaxy plushes, it wouldn't stick out at all. It fits in with that set like a glove. That's just kind of why I wanted to show it off, because this is a Galaxy video, and we're kind of celebrating the entire Galaxy series with this. And yeah, this is a phenomenal Rosalina plush if you can get your hands on it. I think this was made famous by a couple of big plush creators, so you might have a hard time finding it for a good price, but we were able to get it for a relatively good deal, and it's one of my favorite and most charming princess plushes that we own. Okay, so that was all of the official ones that I wanted to talk about in this video, so now let's get on to the fakes. And the first one is one that I actually got earlier this year, one of the very few plushes that I bought in 2025, and that is this fake Super Mario Galaxy Ice Mario. It is essentially a bootlegged version of the Super Mario Galaxy Fire Mario that I just showed you, except it is Ice Mario, and it is much lesser quality because it's obviously a fake one. So I've been wanting this for a very long time. I remember going on eBay back when I was 9 years old in like 2015. I would see this, I would see the original fake versions of this, and I would see the Luigi variant. I would always want them really bad, but for some reason I never bought them. So I waited and waited and waited, and now they're out of production, and I had to find a random listing that doesn't really pop up often. You don't see these too much. So I got very lucky and fortunate with this one. So I did open it this year. I'm not going to spend too much time on it. It's just a really charming bootleg from the early 2010s that gives me a lot of nostalgia from that time period growing up. So this is the Ice Mario. You can check out the full unboxing if you want to see all the details on it. But this is the first bootleg. These next three have an absolutely fascinating backstory that I love to tell time and time again. These are the three cosmic toads that appeared in the E3 2006 demo of Super Mario Galaxy. So when you would talk to a Star Bunny, you would chase the Star Bunny, and it would turn into one of these things. So we could definitely conclude from that footage that these are what Lumas became in the final game. So these are kind of like beta Lumas, essentially. It's like what they turned into in the final game. And I just think it's so fascinating how the bootleggers just discovered these things and just turned them into a plush, even though they didn't exist in the final game. So this is kind of like a lost media plush, so to speak, because these aren't real things in the final Super Mario Galaxy game. They only exist in like the beta in early development, so to just see a plush of them is just, it's wild to me, which makes them some of my absolute favorite bootlegs of all time. You don't see these every single day. They are very rare to find on eBay, but their prices definitely fluctuate because a lot of sellers, they don't really know the backstory with these toads and they just think they're random bootlegs. So they are priced kind of cheaply, so you don't really have to worry about the price in terms of these ones. The main thing you have to worry about is just finding them. So you're going to have to be searching eBay, Mercari constantly to see if you'll get a random listing for these, because they do sell fast like hotcakes. It's just a matter of just waiting it out and seeing when they get posted. But yeah, we have the blue, red, and yellow version. I think there's also a green version out there, which I do not have yet. I'm not sure if I'll ever be able to get that one because the green seems to be the rarest one. But yeah, really happy and fortunate to have these in the collection, some of my all-time favorites considering their history. These next two are actually fairly recent bootlegs, and they are bootlegs that are still in production and that you can get to this day. So we have two Luma Lees. The first one is the one without it holding anything. This is a pretty flat plush, honestly, but I think this one is glow in the dark actually, so that is an amazing quality of life thing for this plush. So yeah, pretty cheap. You can get this on eBay at any time. And we also have a second Luma Lee here, which actually does have the two mushrooms that it holds. This one is the more accurate one to Super Mario Galaxy. But both of these, the only reason these exist is because Luma Lee appeared in the Super Mario Bros. Movie. These two plushes released in 2023. They were made exclusively because of the movie. They were not made because of like the Mario Galaxy games or anything like that. These exist purely because of the movie. But that's okay, because they're still Mario Galaxy characters at the end of the day. I prefer this one because this is the one that actually appears in the game. The one that you feed 30 star bits and it'll give you either a life up shroom or a 1-up mushroom, so I prefer this one. But if you want one that is more faithful to the one that appears in the jail cell in the Super Mario Bros. Movie, then you would probably want the one that doesn't have anything that it's holding. So yeah, 2 really nice Lumas. Because in the past, the bootleggers essentially didn't know how to make Lumas. They were always shaped weird, they had giant eyes. But these 2 are probably the best fake Lumas that you can get right now. I wish they would make more. These are the only 2 colors that exist right now. It's just Luma Lee from the movie. But hopefully with the Super Mario Galaxy movie coming up, we'll get a ton more Lumas and other Mario Galaxy characters to talk about. And here we have a Green Star plush. So this is basically just a recoloring of the original fake star plush that I've had for like 10 years already. But this is a pretty interesting one because it is a Green Star, and the Green Star first came out in Super Mario Galaxy 1. There are 3 Green Star missions in the Battle Rock Galaxy where you have to save Luigi, in the Dusty Dune Galaxy, and in the Bioi Base Galaxy, and that is where you unlock the Trial Galaxies by unlocking all these stars. But the Green Star played a much bigger role in Super Mario Galaxy 2, where after you would get 120 stars, then Green Stars would appear in literally every single galaxy after, so it doubled the star count. I loved that about Galaxy 2. And yeah, this is pretty much like a Galaxy 2 bootleg, essentially, with how big of a role the Green Star plays. This is just a really nice one to have, a really nice power-up, because you don't really see Green Star merchandise anywhere. And Green Stars were also used in 3D World. They were collectibles in every single level, so that's another reason why I like this one so much. It has a lot of lore to it, a lot of history. But yeah, I don't think this one is all too common anymore. I think it does exist on some AliExpress listings, but like it's not really something that I see a lot on eBay with all those drop-down menu listings. So yeah, if you want the Green Star, you might have to check AliExpress because it's not as common anymore. And last but not least, the last plush that I want to show off in today's video, one of the coolest bootlegs I've ever seen, and that is this Dino Piranha fake plush. This is one of the earliest Mario Galaxy plushes that I've had in the collection. Got it in, I think, 2015, and unfortunately this one isn't being produced anymore, so if you get it, it's probably going to be pre-owned because they don't make it anymore. They haven't made it in years, sadly. But yeah, this one is like really just such a fascinating character design. Dino Piranha, the first boss you encounter in Super Mario Galaxy in the Good Egg Galaxy. A very memorable encounter for me, definitely, especially the Dino Piranha as well. And it also appears in the Boss Blitz Galaxy in Super Mario Galaxy 2. So the Dino Piranha is a iconic character for both Super Mario Galaxy games. I wish they would bring this plush back. I think it's just made really, really well. Like the spots are all here. The feathers, the petals on the feathers are all nice. They still hold up really well after 10 years, especially for being a bootleg. Like you see a lot of other bootlegs like falling apart, but this one is like stuffed really well. It still kept its form, its shape. All of the limbs are still here. So like the only issue is like the floppiness of the ball of the tail, which is fair because it has like, it's not really stuffed all too well here. But this plush has held up surprisingly well over the last 10 years. Just such an amazing character design in general. Like Nintendo never made any official merchandise of like the enemies and bosses of Super Mario Galaxy. So like this is what we got, and I think we got something that is pretty unique and amazing, and one of my favorite bootlegs in the entire collection. So there you have it. That is my entire Super Mario Galaxy plush collection, including all of the real ones, all of the fake ones. Let me know what your favorite Super Mario Galaxy plush is in the comments down below. Let me know what plushes you own that are from Super Mario Galaxy, whether they're official or bootleg. Love to hear what you guys have in your collections. And let me know what characters from Super Mario Galaxy and Super Mario Galaxy 2 you would love to see get made into a plush, whether that be, again, real or fake. And also be sure to let me know if you are planning to pick up the Super Mario Galaxy 1 plus 2 bundle on the Nintendo Switch, because I'm going to get that on launch day. Really excited for that to play on the Switch 2. I thank you guys so much for watching this video. I had a great time talking about these plushes. Leave all your thoughts down below. Subscribe if you enjoyed, and I will see you on the next one. Goodbye.